We have any joints?
Microphone.
That's what they be saying. You tell them, y'all going to disco?
Yeah, I'm not a
Nah,
drinker, I'm
man.
a smoker.
Y'all going to the disco? Y'all going to the disco club? We going to the winery, to the disco. Y'all going to disco?
Going to the disco.
Disco fever.
Damn.
It's a harmonious thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I love it, man. I love it.
Mic check to the fullest. Check to the mother, to the other. Doing what we do.
I am not a drinker. I am a smoker.
Y'all trying to get me in trouble.
Try to loosen your lips a little bit, brother.
Hey, loosen.
Y'all
Yeah.
ever seen a buzzard in Detroit?
Tell by all means, blessings to the fullest.
Man, I seen straight up buzzard eat.
Fuck, man, you bring the Hawks here and the Eagles already start snooping around. Now we got fucking buzzards going.
That's funny.
Big ass motherfucking bald head with a turtleneck buzzard.
Yes, he's
Yeah, got the little fur around the collar and shit. Run around like this.
And them jokers ain't no joke either. They can hurt you.
Oh no, dude. That's what they do.
That's what they do.
That's what they do. So shit, is recording up? Oh, all right, cool. Yeah, so okay, fuck it. All right, here we go. Welcome to the Mike Clark Show. Another series on a Sunday, hanging with my brother Javonntte, a.k.a. Brian Mars. Out here doing what we doing. And shit, man, what can I say about this brother? I met him through Norm Talley. He was doing this show, him and Eddie Fowlkes. And where was that show at?
It was in Hamtramck.
It was in damn Hamtramck.
I forgot the name of that place.
Was it the White?
It wasn't the Motor Lounge, was it?
Was it Plush? It was Push.
Push!
Yeah.
I forgot all about Push.
Yeah,
Yes.
it was Push. Now that I'm making sense, yeah, because now I remember, because when you walk in, you was on the right side. And let me tell you what this brother did. This brother it was a drum machine, right?
Yep, had a drum machine.
He had a drum machine and keyboard playing bass lines and dance and all at the same time on a podium. I was like, who the hell is this? Making badass bass lines, doing a jit, locking, doing all that, all at once. So I got a chance to know the brother, had the blessings to not only know him, find out we come from the same tribe. We are Brother Capricorn.
Yes, sir.
You know, we have North End, lineage. I have limited Motown lineage because I came up in there. Like my dad grew up with Sam Cooke and hung out with the Four Tops and all that stuff. And my mother grew up with Aretha Franklin and all those people. And speaking of Aretha Franklin, we'll just throw this in there. He's a Garrett. Garrett, if you look within the family line, that's part of that family. So has history with the great Queen of Soul herself. Not only does he have history, he got stories. But in any case, we gonna talk about anything and everything that goes well with how it works.
Today, the topic is rhythm. The very thing that made us. The very thing that we chase every day.
Oh man, it's good to be here, bro. I don't know, man. It's Mike. I met Mike. What year did I meet you, Mike?
See, I said I never thought about that because once we connected, all that shit didn't make sense. It didn't matter no more. But we got at least 20.
About 20 years.
At least.
Let me tell you something. I still can remember Mike's old tracks. I mean, when I look back then, you always go through my mind. I'm gonna tell you something. And I said this the other day. I said, man, he got this track, this Earth, Wind, and Fire track. I need a copy of that.
Oh yeah.
I need a copy of that, bro.
All About. Yeah, I took. It hasn't came out yet, but basically, I'm an Earth, Wind, and Fire fan. I grew up on them, and I love that intricate shit that Larry Dunn does, the keyboardist.
Oh.
And it was this one in particular part at the end of All About where he just started doing this. You know, I'm not a musician, so I don't know if he's doing fifths or fourths or
Mike,
thirds
you
or
play keyboard.
whatever that shit was.
Mike play.
I play with him. I
play
fake
some
everybody
big-
out.
I see
I
Mike
make
play
think I
some
know
big
my shit.
chords.
I even step into a band and act like I could play for like a couple
can
minutes,
play.
and then they hear me repeat myself. He's like, "Man, this motherfucker fake. Hold up, get him off stage. Hey, y'all like a drum too? Hold on."
Now, Mike can play some boards.
Yeah, you can.
I guess it's safe to say I am an artist.
Yeah.
I am an artist. You know, I've
Definitely.
been blessed to, because, as an artist, I have been blessed to be able to watch and learn. And then, there are some people who's able to teach me. So, I am blessed about that. But hey, man, this brother over here, you got musicians and you got artistic people, and you got those folks that they represent what it means. And that's who this brother is, because I've seen this brother play guitar like a conga, bass line like a drum, get on the drums and play them like percussion. I mean, he's so... Now, he told me... No, I ain't... Fuck this. He told me about that one contest, that keyboard contest, where you beat this dude by playing upside down backwards.
Oh, man.
Please talk about that for a second, because, it sounds like I'm talking shit, but fuck that. This is real.
This is a real story. Me and this guy went to high school together. And we used to play...
What high school did you go to?
Central. And I was in the... it'd be like 15 of us in the choir room.
What year did you graduate? If you don't mind?
88.
Okay.
So his birthday was January 5th.
Oh, snap.
So he was sitting...
He's one of us.
So he's sitting there every day. And I used to have a crowd, go B, go B. And this guy would just... This guy would just sit there every day and look at me. And I'd be like, why he ain't...
You fascinate me.
Like, why he ain't rooting me on? And one day, they was like, Joe, you don't like Ray? I said, Brian, okay. I got mad. So I'm like, man, you get on the piano. First person that ever scared me. Bro, he got on that piano, and I got scared.
Oh, snap.
He told me I was okay.
Oh, snap.
Bro, this guy was so good. And we actually got into a fight. We got.
Oh, yeah, well, fuck your notes.
But I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna tell you what happened. I learned it from him.
Okay.
He was doing it, and I would just look at him. And he taught me. So, and I beat him when he said, he let me.
Well, that just means student.
Yeah, he let
That
me.
means you a good student.
Yeah, he let me.
Yeah. That
He
means you a
let me.
good student.
I mean, we used to go back. He said, I let you win. But this,
I wanted to see what you was going to do.
But this guy was so good, man. He had me come play at his party, his brother's party.
Okay.
And I played a house tune. He came up to me and said, that's your calling. This was in '86. He said, that's your calling. He said, look, and this guy was really good. He said, that's what you need to do.
He's like, fuck that background scene behind shit. You need to be up front, out there.
Yeah. And I came through Central with a lot of good musicians, man. Michael Glover.
Okay.
Man, guy made me like a little kid.
So these are like some of the greats of Central, some
Oh
of the
my
Detroit
God,
musicians.
man, these guys, they could really influence me.
Yeah, by all means, name something, because the whole purpose is we like to, talk about Detroit and the inner Detroit thing. So it's all about,
Oh yeah.
talented folks and what we achieve
Oh,
and who we
yeah.
know and shit like that. When you want to have Detroit history,
Yeah.
basically this is where you can come to get some real deep down history.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm like, dude. By all means, let these people be known.
Oh,
so
man.
when people listen, for historical purposes,
Oh,
they'll be able to look at these people, look them up, and whatever.
And the guy that influenced me on guitar was Oliver Who. You heard of Oliver Who? Remember Oliver Who?
That name does sound familiar.
Man, that's the first guy I ever seen get a record deal.
Okay. Was that in the 80s? MCA?
Yes. Bro.
Yeah.
That's the first.
I remember there was a few brothers in Detroit that was getting hooked up. You know,
Dream Boy.
Yeah, all them cats. What's that? Ready for the World.
Ready for the World.
Yeah. Yeah, Bill Beaver's crew. I forgot those guys.
Members of the House?
No, not them. It was another. It was before the group was formed. This was an R&B group.
Ready for the world's premiere?
Yeah. They from like something
man.
like I don't want to get it wrong, so I'm not saying this is where they from, but they're
Yeah.
like you know Pontiac or
Yeah.
Inkster or you know somewhere
yeah.
like outside of Detroit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, they was making, I remember that. They was making these bones. That was like, back when we was young, when we was all dancing. Remember I had a group called Fourth Encounter. Yeah, it was Fourth Encounter. What was that one popular group that had the Jerry curls? They sling they shit.
The Funketeers.
Yeah, the Funketeers. Yeah, the Funketeers. Yep. Oh, that group. Did you ever? I know you had to have a dance group.
I couldn't dance in high school.
Really?
I learned how to dance at 30 years old.
Wow.
I started dancing at 30 years old, bro.
Wow.
Literally, I could not dance. That's why people who saw me,
That's amazing.
they would be like,
I caught you. You over here just fucking, Fred Astaire and all over the damn place.
High school, I couldn't dance at all.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't have any rhythm in high school.
Oh wow, you was just keyboarding it. That was it.
Yeah, I was trying to learn keyboards and being a nerd, but I couldn't dance at all in high school.
Wow.
No.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I didn't start dancing till I was 30 years old.
So basically, you went through a bunch of different steps developed in order to be like, the person that I met by the time, because you obviously, you grew up as a musician. You grew up, if I'm not mistaken, you was dancing for Aretha and helping doing stuff like that. So you grew up like as a coordinator. Maybe.
No. I grew up a regular kid playing, and the thing that got my attention was what I seen like Greg Dokes. My cousin was in CJ and Company.
Oh wow!
And they used to
got
tour.
A good.
Yeah, my cousin Michael Davis, Joe Tandy, and I used to see him.
Is that related to Eli?
I think so.
Cause that tripped me out. He knew you. I mean, Eli is this amazing keyboardist. I wish he was here right now.
All these guys I would see, like even Eli, and I wasn't playing.
Okay.
I didn't play keyboards.
Okay.
Yeah, I started playing keyboards at 15, but I heard Sam Sanders used to record with his band around the corner.
This was on North End, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And my mother paid for some classes, and Miles Davis was giving class in Blue Lake.
Okay, where's Blue Lake?
It's 6 hours away.
Okay.
Like near Alpena. It was near
Anything
Alpena.
6 hours away, I ain't even gonna ask. That's
Near
further
Alpena,
than,
Michigan.
That's going to Chicago and back.
Yeah, Alpena, Michigan.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, and my mother worked for the union, so she had the money. So,
Like the music union.
No, like AFSCME, American Federation of State, County, Municipal Employees. She used to give people their jobs back.
Okay.
So Sam said, I think he could take some classes with Miles for the summer. He said, but it's gonna cost about at least $3,500. She said, I'll pay it.
Nice.
And bro, when I tell you, it was when I tell you, it was. When I tell you, it was. It's not how good you play.
The spirit
he used to say,
of the miles.
It's not good you play type phrase. I'm sorry, sir. You getting smart. See, you smart. Are you having some problems out of you? Cause I couldn't hear what I said, I don't understand. You making fun. See, man, this is serious. I didn't understand what he was saying. But he did.
Give a young ass, man. You hold up, dog.
But he did teach us theory.
Give me my horn with the club on it. Hold up.
He did. Oh yeah, he said 3,500. Yeah. Oh, but yeah, but what he taught you, bro, is not what they teach you today. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he used to say like the way they teach it, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just, it's they don't really show you jazz. You know what I mean? I'm going through a lot of jazz people, man. Aretha knew jazz too on the piano. She knew how to play jazz chords and stuff.
Okay.
Man, I used to sit and watch her, bro, and just the way she played, it was just so beautiful. I never really watched her. When we toured with her, I'd just be like, yeah, we going to dance. But I really sat and watched her one day, and I was like, wow. Like, man, because I never paid attention to her.
And remember, folks, he's talking about his aunt, Aretha Franklin.
We were used to it, bro. We going out to her house, we cleaning up, she be playing, we be like, But one night, I actually sat and watched her, and I was like, wow. You know what I'm saying? You got to learn a lot of things, and I think a lot of people here, they need to connect more with that. Because, I stayed with L.J. Reynolds, I stayed with Keith Washington.
Okay. Keith. Shout out Keith. What up? Henry Ford's own. I actually met him through my older brother. Who,
Keith taught me how to do background vocals.
Okay.
Because I would go in the studio with him on the east side.
Okay.
So he said, man, I'm teaching him some background vocals. He says, I'm going to go in here in the booth. And I just look at him. And one day he took a track. The guy from the 76ers was going to come sign him.
Okay.
Off of a track that I did. So he said, no, man, I can't do it. I'm like, are you serious? He said, no, Brian, I don't want to do it no more. He's like, let's go to L.A. I was like, man, why you hold me here all summer then? It's not my job for you. You know? Keith was strange, man. Dre met him.
He the only guy I know parked a Corvette next to a dumpster in the alley.
Strange dude.
I never seen. I said that's just too much. It was a yellow. It was in the alley.
Yeah, these guys are characters, bro.
Oh no, I remember I was DJing.
You got nothing?
What was that?
I seen him one day in Harvard Town.
These guys. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, we was hanging out, and it was one of those parties with powder blue, and that was some outside parties where everybody looking good. It's patio party, we all looking good, all the little ladies out there looking good, and me and him, we always been cool because again, he's part of my older brother's crew, so I know him like my older brother. Man, when he came to that place, and so I knew everybody because I was like my age crew. Oh, that was my brother. He's like, yo, man. Hey, he was all dappered up. I was like, all right, yep, that's how my older brothers do too. So I was like, yep.
When he was sitting, I'm like, is he sitting on the table? They check your cat. Just pop up somewhere.
Hi there.
And they sit, but they just cool. Though. They part of the furniture. Yeah. I was like, wow.
Yeah, I lived with Keith.
Yeah.
When I was my grandmother, I was staying over there first, and she put me out.
Oh.
And I met Keith at Guitar Center. Him
He
and his
must been doing something bad. Let me guess.
So him and his cousin Drew.
Uh.
Drew said, "Man, I want to introduce my cousin Keith." So Keith, we started kicking. He said, "Man, you can live with me for 6 months and get you on your feet." So I'm like, okay. So we did music. And then the first time we did a session together, Keith was a Scorpio. So the first time we did a session, Keith just sat there. He said, "I don't like nothing you're doing." I'm like,
He's very zodiac enhanced, by the way.
I don't like nothing you're doing. He just told me I don't like any of it. It took a month to learn his format.
Okay.
So he showed me another format of how to write music.
Wow.
When he showed me that format, it helps me to this day.
Okay.
Like how to dissect a song.
Okay.
Cause Keith, you just couldn't go in there and he said, "Man, I'm just doing a track." No. I'm like, "What are you talking about?" Just sit down. He give you a melody. That's not the right chord. Let's look it up. Let's look up the chord. You look up the chord. That's the chord, Brian. Right? And he'll have you learn each chord. He sing to, but bro, when it came out, I couldn't believe it. His process. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh man. Then I demoed LJ Reynolds. 2000.
Oh, you was there when he made that song?
No.
Okay.
No.
Because Piranha put a house beat on that one, and shit got hot for a minute.
I was there with him and that girl did that song in the studio with them. Candlelight. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw
Shout
him
out
do
to
that.
her.
Oh man, it's just a lot of history here that I think the newer people need to connect with.
Well, that's one of the reasons why I'm doing this, because it's obviously a history.
Yeah.
Because Detroit, as you know, is going through its changes.
Yeah.
We got like a whole new face. It's a whole new world. It's a whole new construction. But at the same time, we still here.
Yeah.
So without a doubt, we will no longer be known to the eyes of those new that's taking over. No question.
Oh, no doubt.
But we have this, a form of history that will be syndicated. So that way, when people want to know about Detroit and what was Detroit before this new Toronto face, whatever they doing to us, this is what it was. And to me, that's the important part.
Hard to get in.
Yeah.
Hard to get in, and it was a job when they let you in.
Yeah.
It wasn't no Hollywood. It was you got fired, you got docked, you're late, you're not doing the steps right. That don't look good. Let me talk to you in person.
I don't like anything you're doing.
Y'all like nothing you're doing. It's like, bro, they tear you down, then they build you up.
Well, B, you was there when Shantae Moore and Keith Washington made that.
Yep, they were at
Candlelighting You.
they were at Masterpiece Sounds with Michael Gooch and Audrey.
Okay.
That's where they were.
Okay.
I think it was on
Gucci
6th.
now. Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
they were over there. See, I'm saying they see he started smiling.
I remember the name.
Yeah.
That's why I had to put it together. I'm
I
like,
worked
shit.
over there.
You said Gooch. Hold
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
Yeah, I be knowing all these old school
Yeah,
places.
all of
man.
those people, they came in there and did the song. And they had about 15 people working on it.
Okay.
And I didn't know what they were doing. It kind of bored me, but I'm like, whatever. But when I heard it on the radio, I'm like, I was there when they did that.
Yeah, the output was out cold.
The output was beautiful. Yeah, but man, we need to be more grateful because we have so much technology. When I would see those people in the studio, they didn't have that, but the creativity, man, was just phenomenal, bro.
I just, the few times I went into the Motown Museum, the things that I remember, it wasn't the achievements, but it was what they was doing. Like
Yes.
they would sing through the pipes.
Yes.
Stuff
Yeah.
in different rooms for
Yeah.
obvious effects.
Oh.
Those are the things that resonate in my head. I don't pay attention to.
Man.
Oh, we went to Manchester. Here we
Yeah.
go with the Beatles. That's cool.
Yeah.
But y'all did that.
Yes,
oh my
bro.
God, show me.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I guess it's a musician thing. You know.
Yeah.
But, you know, we all making records, but how did you do it?
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah. I mean, like LJ, I met LJ, I think it was 2001. I got to demo this song for the Dramatics called This Side of Heaven. They didn't put it out though.
Okay.
But LJ, you know, he hired me through a friend and I got a chance to see them. You know, I was like, whatever, man. And, you know, but when they started singing, I was like, I turned into a fan.
Do that again,
Yeah,
please.
I'm sitting there, man. I'm like, whatever, man. You know, they warming up. I'm like, when they started singing, I was like, oh my God. Like I turned to a straight fan, bro. Like, I'm like, girl.
I can't stop looking at
Yeah,
you.
they was just blown. And then I got used to it. Then LJ, you know, I seen him one time, I think it was a couple of years ago. I saw him at a barbershop on Liver Noise. And my girl didn't believe I knew him. She was like, whatever.
Whatever.
You
I
had
was
great
telling her,
stories, but
and my
really.
wife was like, whatever. Then when I saw him, I said, hey, she was like, I said, want to take a picture with me? He was like, yeah. He said, you looking for some more work? And then we was at Miss Franklin's party one time, and I said, man, I demoed the song with LJ. My friend was like, I'm like, I
Right.
did. He was like,
What else?
he didn't believe me. You know, we were at a party, and LJ was sitting over there talking to people, and I told Rick, I said, Rick, I really did. He was like, Brian, stop lying.
Man, I'm your boy, man. You got a lot of me.
But
Come on, man.
when we went over there, and this was my first introductory to the business. When we went over there, I said, how you doing, sir? He said, I remember you. Rick looked at me. I said, you remember the song we did? He said, yeah, This Side of Heaven. I remember that. It was a couple of years ago. I was like, looked at Rick. He was like, ha! But they remember, he remembered. He remembered everything, bro.
Sure, you're a genius. He probably remembers you.
I mean, no, it's that they didn't even care about that because I was trying to make some money. So, and I was trying to keep, work.
Yeah, you was working your ass off.
And those people, you can't walk in there like you're a genius. No.
They
man,
just expect you to do shit.
Yeah, you gotta go in there like you want to make some money, man.
Yeah.
Like you at a job. You
They
know.
deal with geniuses all the time.
Yeah, they deal with geniuses and all that because Aretha used
Can
to
you give me what?
we produced New Day for her in 2011.
Nice.
So I had to submit 100 tracks.
Wow.
And I was like, well, I think they sound good. She was like, that's your opinion. I'm sitting at the door
The
like,
queen of soul is spoken.
so I called on the phone, I'm like, did you listen to it? She's like, I didn't like any of it. I'm on the other end like, you feel that dryness? Because she said, Brian, you calling me too many times. I said, well, ma'am,
You better think.
I said, did you like the instrumental? She said, I didn't like any of them. Click. Click, bro. I'm vacuuming the floor. Because we go out there and clean up. She was like, okay, I think I got a song. We can go in the studio. So we went in the studio. We put the stuff down, but it was under, her direction. Years later, I produced her son, and I couldn't believe it. She was like, nah, I like these tracks. I'm like, these are the same tracks I did. The same tracks I submitted to you years ago. Bro, I'm like, really?
Oh, you like them now?
The same tracks I
She
submitted.
just got, she's
Bro.
Now it's for your son.
where you were belonging at that.
Oh, one thing I liked about her, man, she made you grow. Because if you thought you were there, shot, she behind you.
She was like this.
Yeah, you go thinking something. Yeah, and all of us got it.
Even if
Even if she liked it. She wouldn't.
teaching you.
That's what she used to say. You know, I'll take some over there. She'd be like, it's all right. I'm like, I know this shit. No, it's
If you
it.
tried the radio station like this shit, it's signed already. You mean tell me you don't like this?
Then she made me mad. She said, you need to expand on your sound. I was like, oh yeah? Inside, I'm like, you know, you need to expand. You need more sounds. I was like, yes, ma'am. Okay. You need to get some like Yamaha. You need to get you some rolling keyboards. I'm sitting there like, Mike, I was mad.
Yeah. I just need to just buy it right
And
here.
that she wouldn't do, bro. Buy you no equipment. Oh, no. But she didn't buy me any equipment until I think it was one day we were out there and I'm like, you heard me play this a million times. She said, no, I could buy you a keyboard, listen to that. I'm like, this the same stuff I played a year ago. But it took her time to get around to you.
Yeah, she had to let it.
Yeah. You really learned that business, man, is
Not the way you think.
no, at all. It's not what people think. You know, because
Right.
people be like, hey, man, you think I can get a job touring with? I'm like, bro, you need to just go to work.
You got to pay some dues.
Yeah, go to Chrysler.
What was that, a Superfly? You got to pay some dues,
Yeah,
nigga.
bro. Yeah, we talk, hey, look, Mike, 16 hours a day.
Woo, 16 hours a day.
16 hours a day, and she's sitting right there with you. Let's do it again.
I'm going to tell you, that's that Shaolin trainer, you know, as a martial artist.
Oh, bro.
Yeah, you know, you got to crawl before you walk. You better take that broom, you know.
Oh, yeah.
It's admirable.
Oh, man. Yeah. I mean, like, I've seen her, like, when we would go on tour, like literally, she had this big screen of everybody, all the dancers' feet. Like, she had it. She said, because one day, we were doing this routine, and I was just standing still because I didn't know the footwork. And the lady was like, do the footwork. So I thought I was getting over, so I'm just standing there. I'm like, she said, wait a minute. Lord, the
Everybody
screen.
just stomping your
She
feet.
said,
Pap, 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 pap. Hey, you doing football.
This what made me scared of her when she said, Brian, you off. Like literally. And got rid of the drummer because she stopped the concert and got rid of him.
In the middle of the concert.
Middle of the concert, bro. Like right there. She was like, wait a minute. I can't call another drummer. We'll sit here and wait. Bro, we had to sit there like at least an hour. People were mad, but when that drummer
Oh,
came.
shit. She did that live at a concert, make the whole concert wait an hour.
Bro,
Oh.
that's the reason why people be asking, why
Life
you
in
so
Time
happy?
with Aretha Franklin.
Why you so humble? Man, I could say we went out of town one time and we were on stage. She was like, okay, that's a little bit too much. Like, it's a little bit too much. Like, bro, you just pull it back. Like, you know, we had to learn our limits.
Yeah.
You learned a lot about people. You met, you know, talent. You meet a lot of celebrities out there, man. And it's like, you know, you meet them and it's like, they regular people, man.
Any interesting stories of celebrities you met or anything like that you like to share?
Man, you sure?
Other than the ones you've already.
Oh man, you mean on the road with her? Yeah, we went to a celebrity party one time. It was up in Hollywood. She said, I ain't never been there.
Okay.
So I had 3 encounters.
Okay.
And we standing in the hotel room. So I'm walking down the hallway. And I didn't, you know, back then I was like, whatever. So I came down to the lobby, I seen DMX. This is a true story, bro.
Okay.
So I was like, you know, I'm looking at him. What's up? You know, he spoke to me. You know, I was just looking at him.
What's up?
'Cause, you know, it was weird. And I was like, I just asked. I'm like, man, could you take me to the store? He said, I can take you. Bro, he got in that car. I said, man, let me get out. We gonna stop. Bro, I literally was scared. No, bro, he just like zerted off.
Gave you the Barney Fife
Like,
look.
bro, we got back. I'm like, you good? I'm good, man. I'm good. And then I was in the elevator with Billy D. Williams. So it was like, look, it was 100 floors up. So I get in the elevator with him, so I'm looking this way. I'm like, excuse me, sir, could you, I'm going out to the lobby. He was like,
Want some more liquor with that?
you know, he looking at me, he was like, you going out to the lobby? I'm like, yes, sir, I'm going out to the lobby. So I'm standing there. He was like, where you from? I said, I'm from Detroit. I'm touring here with Miss Franklin. He was like, you don't know who I am? I said, no, I don't know who you. I told him, I said, no,
I don't
sir.
look familiar
He
at
said,
all.
you don't know me? I said, no, sir, I don't. No, I don't.
You know Diana Ross, right?
So he looking at no, Mike, this is true. So he looked at me. He was like, "So you don't know who I am?" He got mad. I
You
was
seen
like,
them all
I don't
liquor
know who you
commercials,
are.
right?
So he was like, "You mean?" I said, "Sir, why you?"
You don't
getting
recognize
mad?
the perm in my hair, boy?
So we got down to the lobby. It was like, if you don't ask me for my autograph,
I'm motherfucking Billy D.
Give me your autograph. We had to hug each other.
I'm Billy D, motherfucker.
Autograph. I said, man, give me your autograph. Wait.
I'm a stamp kick your ass.
I turned into a fan at the lobby. I said, man, give me your autograph. He said, I'm like, boy, if you don't ask me for my autograph. and then we was dancing one night, and it was Peebo Bryson, and it was Prince. She invited Prince.
Okay.
This is a true story. So, you know, Prince is, I'm going to tell you something else, too. So he was about this short.
Oh, yeah. I met him before.
So I walked up.
Him and Morris Day, dude.
So I wrote something on the paper. I walked up to him. I was like, he was like, what's this? I said, it's my autograph. He was like, okay, man. He just put it in. He just did like that. He said, what's your name? I said, Brian. He said, Brian, I got your autograph. Okay, man. And all the other dancers was like, why you do that? I said, I gave him my autograph.
What's wrong? Can't I give a brother an autograph?
And then we dancing. We got backstage, and people, Bryce was like, man, y'all show off too much. He was mad. Bro, he was mad.
Oh, for
He
real?
was like, man, y'all showing off too much. Then we just started laughing. He said, man, y'all showing off. They ain't gonna like when I go out.
All I can do is
but
sing,
when he
man.
went on stage, though, man, he blew the lights out, bro.
He got that voice.
Oh, my God.
He got that voice, man. I mean, you know, there's certain people, like you said, Peebo. All you gotta do is say the word Peebo. Yeah. It's just like Aretha.
Oh.
Peebo.
Yeah.
Billy D. I mean, you know, these are one word name. When you say their name, there's the dictionary and everything speaks itself.
Yeah, she was like a mama, man. I mean, she cussed you out. She feeds you. She was like a mother, bro.
I believe it.
Like, it wasn't
North End, man. You know,
yeah.
I can imagine like my mother.
I took him. I took both of them.
She threw a Christmas party one day, and I was invited. Brian, Eddie, and what was her name, Tanja.
Mm-hmm.
And I went there, and it was a positive experience. You know, I had a blast,
oh man. She spoiled you, man.
It was star-studded. I ate so good at that all-you-can-eat.
Oh.
Highlighted. Hey, look, he likes exotic stuff.
I ate so good at that all-you-can-eat buffet that was up in there, boy. I went up there like 3 times.
Yeah, bro.
Well, eat some more.
It was cool, you know. Tommy Hearns was there by my table. You know, city council persons. Joanne Washington, she was there. The guy Montel Jordan, or was it Montel Williams? He was there.
I didn't. I mean, he saw all of them.
That lady, met that lady who made that song. You can reach me by caravan. I don't care how you get here, something. Just get here if you can. Her, she was there. You know,
Yeah, that's true.
and Judge Mathis was there. You know, and it was a lot of prestigious people there.
Yeah.
It was like walking in the middle of a dream, right?
Oh man,
Everybody
it
see on
was.
TV just.
But it was a job to me.
It was. So Brian, he tell me, he was like, you want to meet the Rita? Go down there. She at that table down there. You can go on down there. It was a humongous room, right? I mean, people everywhere, activity everywhere.
Yeah.
So I just took initiative, you know what I'm saying, to go down there by myself, right?
Yeah.
And in the process of going down there, you know, I was running into, you know, like famous people. And it was news anchors there, you know. So I ended up getting almost to her table where she was at, right?
He said almost. He said almost.
So
I'm thinking about the security. That's all I said.
So-
He said almost. I thought about the security immediately.
So it was people, you know what I'm saying, just in love with the moment, you know what I'm saying, to meet her. So right before I got there, it was people before me. So I was like, okay, I gotta wait my turn, you know what I'm saying? So I end up getting over there, and it was like Secret Service guys was like,
Yeah,
who you
man.
here with?
I was
Right.
working.
I'm like, who was like, who you here with? And I was like,
I was working with
where
him,
you,
so
where
I know
you,
he's working.
you know? So
Yeah.
I go over there. I was like, I'm over here, you know, to talk to Aretha, you know, for a minute. And he was like,
State your business.
who you come here
Bullshit to
with?
speak.
Asking me questions. I was like, I came here with Brian, Eddie, and Tanja. He was like, go have Eddie, you know what I'm saying, to bring you over here to make sure, right? So I went through the crowd and I went to go find Eddie, you know what I'm saying? I was like, Eddie, man, they told me in order for me to be able to get over there, you know what I'm saying, I had to come and confirm, you know, by getting with you. He was like, come on, I'm finna take you over to the table. So we walked all the way through that, you know, star-studded like crowd, you know what I'm saying? And he took me over there. And it was like the Secret Service, like security, you know, they was like, okay, you good, you know, you clear to go in there. So I went over there and gracefully, you know what I'm saying, walked over there to her and was like, how you doing, Aretha? You know, it was very, very beautiful and nice, you know what I'm saying, to see you today. I'm enjoying myself. My mother, you know, she used to play, you know, your music so much around the house. You know, we grew up on all of your music, you know what I'm saying? And respect, you know what I'm saying? That song is so monumental, you know what I'm saying? It's just so memorable. And she was like, thank you, that's nice of you. And we had a few words from there, you know, and it was a positive experience, you know what I'm saying? And the Queen of Soul is indeed the Queen of Soul. You know, she straight up, I mean, she looked it very, very elegant that day. You know what I'm saying? And people wanted to meet her, you know what I'm saying, in addition to me having my experience, my moment with her. And as a result of that, that soundboard Christmas party, it was indeed in style. They did it big that day.
Yeah, she got my ass one year because she used to sit in the living room and watch TV. So she said, I want to ask you a question. I said, come on out here. So she was watching the techno, who was gonna be at the techno festival.
Oh, wow.
So she was like, I see it. She made me mad, bro. She was like, I see Afrojack. She mentioned your name.
Oh, okay.
She said, I see a Mike Clark. I said, damn, she mentioned I swear, bro. She said, there's Norm Talley. She looked at me, she said, where's your name at? I'm like, she said, I thought you do that little techno music. Mike. She was like, look, Mike. She said, ain't nothing happening. Man, I was mad. She was like, ain't nothing happening with you. Mike Clark, she was like, Afrojack. Norm Talley. Somebody, she was just caught because they said your name. She was like, your name ain't nowhere. Bro, that got under my skin so bad. Yeah, she did like gigs.
Still keeping you down?
Yeah, she did, bro, because she would ask me, do you have any gigs
Yeah, she was getting your mind.
Yeah,
on that.
man.
That's like some martial arts stuff. That's that martial arts stuff.
Yeah, it wasn't like what people thought.
That's
when I
stuff
went
that we
out there,
grew up
she was
with,
like,
yeah.
Are you
gotta
doing
do your
any gigs
push-ups.
this month? And I'm like, she just want me to pay you. And I'm like, well, yeah. yeah. I mean, she said, well, at least you're honest and lazy. Bro, I got mad again. And what? He remembered one time I got so mad. She made me so mad. She just kept messing with me. She's like, now all these boys' name they call at the a techno festival. You ain't doing no gigs. You lazy, and I gotta pay you every week. She said, you a bum. Oh shit. Bro, I'm just like I said, bum.
You're a bum. It's like from the movie Rocky. You're a bum. Get out of here.
I got mad.
Look,
I
Rocky,
walked
you're a
out,
bum.
slammed the door. I heard her say, good, he'll do something now. Man, oh.
That day when y'all was on that bus, right? You say, somebody get off the bus and go home or something like that.
Oh man, bro, we was. It's a little rough. We was out of town, so we sit on the bus. So
That was.
so I was like, thanks for hiring me. She was like, it's okay. So one girl said, I really would like to dance with Brandy. She said, stop the bus.
Oh.
Right there, bro. Right there. Like, maybe you can go work for Brandy. Bro, they got off the bus.
Oh.
I was like, oh. And she turned around. Anybody else want to dance for anybody else? Bro, we like this. Look. Anybody else want to dance for anybody else? Just let me know. Bro, we sitting there like this. That's when it got real. Don't say no other celebrities' names.
Don't mention nobody else.
You like James Brown.
Don't mention no shows.
Don't do nothing.
Yeah.
But I thought it was harsh, and then I started looking at the years, and I kind of saw why.
Yeah, she been doing this shit since the 50s.
Yeah, bro.
The
Yeah.
50s and the 60s.
Yeah, I mean, she paid everybody herself.
Yeah.
Man, it'd be like 200 people lined up. Like, and I got tired of that too.
She ran a whole company like a.
But what made me mad, she was like, she pay all the dancers. She get to me and be like, I gotta pay you again. I'm like, why you always picking on me? Like, Mike, I'm serious. Like, bro, she would get to me like, I gotta pay you again. I'm like, I just did a service. She was like, no, I let you come dance. She was like, mess with me, man.
Oh shit,
bro! It got 1 year. It got really bad. Look, Mike.
Shit.
1 year it got.
She got mental.
Bro, we was out of town, man. She made me so mad. She said, well, maybe you could pay for your hotel room. I said, I could pay for my own hotel room.
Oh shit.
She was like, oh, I paid for it too. And
I'm
then,
gonna show you.
And then I said, and I told her one show, I said, you ain't gotta pay me to dance. The respect level. Bro, when I tell you it went up, I didn't know how to act. Aren't you gonna? She was like, well, he paid for his own room. She was explaining, and I was like, damn. She was like, I respect you.
Oh, B. What about the card?
What?
The card that day. He told me.
What you mean? What?
When no money.
Oh my God. Mike, yeah, she gave me a card.
A card?
She pay you on the card. So I was out with the family, and she called me and said, I need you to come out here. I said, I don't think I'm going to be able to because I'm at dinner. She said, Brian, I don't think this is going to work out no more. I'm like, I automatically went to the ATM machine. It was, dang, no funds, and we was at dinner. I had to call her back. I said, I'll be there in about an hour.
Wow.
The money came back on the card.
That's strong arm.
Oh, brother!
She took your whole finance. She's like, see,
but
you
she,
know what I got time to do? Look at your bank account.
And the reason why she
Fuck
did,
with me.
the reason why she started messing with me, cause she asked me to go grocery shopping for her one day, and I'm like, yeah, I'll go. When I first got out there, she was like, you gonna go? I'm like, yeah, I'll go. She was like, yeah. I said, yes, ma'am, I'll go grocery shopping. So I didn't go grocery shopping. I went to the mall.
Oh.
So I got back like 3 hours later. So when I got back, she said, did you do everything you needed to do? I said, yeah.
Everything I needed to do.
I mean, so she said, well, did you go grocery shopping? I'm like, Yeah. What's the manager's name? I'm like, I don't have to know the manager's name. I called him. He said you weren't there. Bro, we used to go through it. Like, we used to tit for tat. So, and then one day she wrote me a check. She said, well, I'm going to write you. I said, don't worry about it. I just got to go. So when I got to the bank and I got there, it was blank. So it's like she taught you a lot of things. But one thing she did teach me, man, you got to help people.
Yeah.
You got to help other people, bro.
Preach one, teach one.
Yeah, you got to help other people, man. The next person is just as important as you. Just as important. She used to tell us that because I used to see her congratulate other people. I'd be like, why's she doing that? But I see the importance.
What's that song? Respect.
Yeah, man.
R-E-S-P-E-C-T.
When he was going through his mad, he was mad at her, and he wouldn't answer the phone. She called me. Who is this? You know who this is? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm going right back there in 5 minutes. I was at the store. So she would call me if she couldn't catch him, and I had to go. You got the spillover.
Oh, man, yeah.
You better respect me.
Yeah. Definitely, bro. But I think a lot of people, they're just connected because there's two histories here. There's Motown, and then there's our history.
I got another question regarding like when it comes to Motown and legacies of like well-known artists who created certain things here, like Parliaments.
Ooh, George Clinton. Yep. Shout out to George Clinton. Shout out to Mike Clip Payne. He grew up on the North End with us.
Yes.
Clip, he knew my grandmother, my grandfather, his mother, my mother was best friends. Shout out to Rose. Just wanted to say that. Continue.
And as far as like United, what's that? Artist Studio? United Sounds and compares to Motown.
Mike E. Clark was the engineer for that one.
Who?
Mike E. Clark.
I don't think I know.
Well, it's just when I met Mike E. Clark when he was working with Kid Rock. Back when me and Mike Banks was doing stuff.
Okay.
I went to that studio over near Northland.
Okay.
Northland Towers or whatever.
Yeah.
And I met Mike E. Clark there. And obviously we had all kinds of stories for each other. But I remember when he was talking about some of the sessions, he did some of the sessions for Parliament Funkin' Dog. Not all of them, obviously, but
Yeah.
that was some of his history that his notch on his belt as an engineer.
Let's get it up. Let's get it up. Let's get on up. Let's get it up. Let's get it up. Let's get on up.
I'm gonna tell you a story, and I ain't never told nobody this, and it's gonna shock you. You remember Bernie Mendelsohn?
Bernie Middleton.
Bernie Mendelsohn was a big Jewish dude, and he was the engineer for George them.
Okay.
Bernie Mendelsohn,
He looked like what's that dude?
big dude.
Yeah.
When I tell you this story, I never told nobody this. When we started working for Bernie, it was me and a guy named Al. So Bernie said, we used to try to dance and sing. And I never forget this. Bernie said, okay, well, I'm going to sign y'all. This was my first little deal I had.
Wow.
You're not ready for this. You're not ready for this. Bro, when I look, and the girl looked it up and found out she couldn't believe it.
She was legit as fuck.
It was legit. So Bernie, we said, okay, Bernie, we're going to bring in a third guy. So we started singing and dancing. So a year later, he said, I got 2 guys from Texas. I want to bring them in. I'm like, okay. So one of our guys quit, right? So we kind of like had a little friction, and I was kind of leaving. So he said, the other guy said, well, hey, man, we got 2 more guys from Texas that want to come in, and they want to get in the group. So my friends had quit. So it was 4 of them and me, right? So it broke down to the wire. You ready?
Okay.
You ready for this?
All right.
When I tell you this, you're not gonna believe it. So Bernie said, hey man, they're bringing their final friend here. You could be in the group if you want to. He paid me anyway, right? Do you know when I walked out the door, do you know what song they were singing?
Don't say Texas from a Cowboy.
I Like the Way. High five.
Wow.
As I was walking out, they were singing that.
Wow.
Mike Clark, as I was walking out the door, he already wrote the song. And when I heard it on the radio, I didn't get mad. My mother said, you weren't you in that group? She didn't get mad, but it felt strange because as I was walking out, they were doing that. They were putting
They were
this
recording
and
that
it
very
became a hit.
thing.
Yeah, I never told. And my mother knew that, and she didn't get mad at me. She was like, "Well, it's just one of them things." But it was a strange. That's why I tell people, opportunity, man. As I was walking out, they were doing the song.
Life and Times of Brian Mars, a.k.a. Javonntte
It was
Garrett.
a hit song too, bro. And that guy, he passed.
This is such an example of the talent that this person has been around. And this is how humble he is. Just the stories that he has of the things that he's been around. And we ain't even nowhere near covered who he is. This brother, house, techno, country, rock, all in one day, one session.
But you know what, y'all influenced us. You, Norm, Corey. I mean, how long have you been? How long have they been knowing you?
Well, we've been knowing each other like since COVID.
Oh, they didn't. Y'all didn't know the other Mike Clark.
Y'all didn't know the other Mike.
No, we knew him. He didn't know us.
Oh, did they know you in your?
When I was in my crazy shit?
No, your.
He was born in 1990. I was born in 1990.
Yeah.
All right, yo, you babies. Okay, she's scientific. Okay, she's scientific.
Yeah. See,
so they
when
didn't
I
know
was-
you. They didn't
we-
even exist.
When I was in the lofts, yeah.
But this brother man, I'm gonna tell y'all. I saw him DJ at the Motor Lounge. Most magical, and every time I see him, he just think I'm saying that. Most magical, every dance.
Oh yeah, I got those cassettes I sent you guys. Some of those are the motor stuff.
Look,
I found something.
that night,
Pointing back at you every time.
every dancer was from the city was there. Wow. He was DJing, bro. Wow. Mike be holding back.
Yeah.
Mike is always holding back because the stuff, like agaves.
Oh my
God,
God,
bro.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it was a beautiful time because
Man.
you was able to talk to the audience, and like, you know, when I tell people about the whole thing with Motor, how Motor came to be, it was because I was spinning in the suburbs in Hamtramck. It was a Hamtramck, you know, place. Like when I got there, my boy, you know, shit, what's his name? Kid Rock. Kid Rock was at Motor.
Near the bottom.
Kid Rock was at Motor, and let me see, Linda Lexi and Tino. Man. You know, it was a rock bar. You know, DJ St. Andy was there. He was doing top 40s. How I ended up working, how it happened. It was this weird thing. This is a guy named Dan Bell. Dan Bell, he's known as DBX. He does techno. At the loft where I was at, he had his office directly across, like from the hallway. Like if I'm at this end, all the way at the other end of the hallway was his place, and he had that end. He was one of my boys, so I would just go over there, and I would, you know, I was bored. I would hang out over there. Then all of a sudden, I started going there so much. I was just like, dude, just put me on the pay scale. I'll help you. And I started doing distribution and, you know, helping him with all that. And it was one of his employees that was there. His name was Heath Besh. He was a bar back at Motor.
Okay.
And at this time, I stopped spinning. This is like, you know, by this time, me and Mike Banks, I left him, and I was kind of my own little thing. I was doing martial arts and just doing hair. That was just where I was at. And Heath was just wanting to learn how to DJ. And, you know, I told him, I was like, dude, I can teach you all that shit. So I brought him over to the crib, which is down the hall. And we spinning. And then one day he was like, man, you know, I work at this bar. We can work on the real system. And I was like, okay. And that's how the shit happened.
Man.
I went there. I met them. my boy, he passed away.
Magic moments, bro.
He pointed out that I was an old Underground Resistance member. So, you know, he knew that.
That
so
I
he
didn't
told
know.
the owners, and that was how they were interested in what I was all about. So once I went up there and started teaching Heath, and they was listening, they asked that I wanted to play for about an hour doing the normal sets. And I was like, okay.
Oh.
So I played for an hour at Motor, and that's how I began. Every Saturday, they look forward to that hour and I played. Yeah. So then the crazy thing happened. It was the birth of it. St. Andy and Steve Sowers, the owner, got into an argument. And they both called me back to back simultaneously because by this time we was all boys. We was just hanging. And St. Andy was like, man, fuck Motor, I quit. You want my job? Nah, man, I want your job. I ain't trying to get caught up in that shit, man. You know me, I'm gonna get caught up. And then Steve called me. Hey, man, fuck St. Andy, man. He just quit. Hey, you want his job?
Wow.
So I'm like, wait a minute, man, hold up. So I click back over, and I'm like, yo, man, this is Steve. So what's going on here? So, you know, he talked, and he's like, look, man, I really want you to take the job. And I was like, I wouldn't do it unless I got your permission because, you know, I just respect people like that. I don't want to, you know, because we, like I said, we was boys. I ain't trying to fuck him over. And he said he would prefer if I took it over.
Right.
That's how it happened.
Oh, man.
At that point, I started telling all my people inner city, like, yo, man, I got this club in Hamtramck, and it's like, man, it's plushed out.
Magic, bro.
So the urbanites, you know, our people started coming, and then you had the urbanites and suburbanite feud.
Right.
And at that point, that was the first time, because we talking the 90s. You know how the 80s were. So in 92, 93, when that shit happened, it created this cool ass synergy. And man, I mean, that was like, if we ever had a Studio 54, that was Motor.
That don't Drake.
I mean, that, you know, I can't. But you know, limos, just everything. You can't imagine. You can't imagine,
Can't
man.
even imagine,
you know, we
bro.
started bringing people from out of town. You know, I was like one of the first one to start doing that, and you know, it was just so cool because I gained a lot of club experience through them. Because I was able to, because you know they had a big club, but again, remember how I said it started? It was Kid Rock and Top 40s and blah blah blah. So once I stepped in there and I showed them this situation, they were so caught up with it, they was entranced with it. So I was like, yo,
man,
let me take you to the Winter Music Conference. Took him to Miami, introduced him to all them cats. So once they had an inkling of where I'm coming from, then we started bringing in guests.
Oh, man.
You know, and up until Dan got rid of Steve, and then just started cutting my pay and doing all kind of little crazy shit, it was golden. But once it went kind of crazy,
beautiful times.
I left because, you know, the pay was too low. And then, you know, he went into the whole rave thing and somebody died and Motor went crashing.
Yeah, man.
You know, it's the history that, you know, it's just, that's the, you know, beginning to the end as far as how that part goes.
But you know, I gotta reiterate on Mike, and you know, a lot of people need to know this, man. And I'm gonna tell both of y'all, look, that era, bro. I love what they're doing now, but bro, I mean, when I tell you every dancer from the city was there. He did a set one night, bro, and it was so ridiculous. I'm not gonna lie, I have not seen anybody do it yet. Bro, I don't know the name of this cut, but you spin this one cut, bro, and literally cats was like, diving over the bar, bro. Like literally, everybody just lost their mind. Sadiq was like, I was like, we looked up at him. He like spinning, you know, he glowing. He knew it was hot. We was like, you know, we stopped. We were like, what is that? And then he did it again at Agave's. You was there that night.
Yeah, okay.
Bro, he spent this funk track.
Yeah, agave.
I said, me and Crisco was like, what is that? I have not heard that kind of set in a long time, bro. And I'm just being
Broken
honest.
Beat and all that stuff too.
Oh my God, you
I
definitely
got
was.
I think it had to be because
You was the only one doing it.
Yeah. I was all about that.
Yeah.
I got to the Broken Beat stuff.
Oh my God.
Carl Craig's former wife Hannah
Oh man.
was cool with Phil Asher and that whole Broken Beat crew. And one time from a
Ridiculous.
tour, I went there and she introduced me to the whole crew. Met them. It was all cool people. They laced me with everything. And it was during those agave days. You heard what happened.
Bro.
I came with that shit, dude.
He came with that. We was like,
The damn broken afro. Oh my God.
I have not ever heard that, bro. It was in the middle of a house set.
Oh hell yes.
But when I tell you timing is everything, because it took us off guard.
Yeah.
Because he was spinning house, then he broke in and we was like, what's this?
Yeah.
Bro,
I went
he
to the whole other sound.
Bro, he dropped that, bro.
But
Look.
it went there with it because the
He
chorus is
went there,
right
bro.
there. But the beats.
Right. When I tell you,
I love beats. So,
Cats was going for it, bro. I'm like, I have not seen a cipher. I have not seen a DJ do that. When I tell you, people was really serious that night dancing. He was up there like, bro, I have not seen that. He did it twice. But that one night, every time I see him, I said, man, I'm trying to figure out this song. He spit it, and only other person I heard spin that song was I think Blake spent it, but Blake spent it kind of like, yeah, dude, that's just something. You know, Blake kind of made me, just be quiet, Javonntte, be quiet.
I got this.
But he spent it, I'm like, bro, and I didn't know the name of it. I couldn't get to him to ask him.
Okay.
Yeah, I would have told you.
Had the room rocking.
But I mean, you know, you go on YouTube, hit Broken Beat in that era, man. Listen to all that, so much of that stuff that came from back then. You know, it was some badass shit, man. I mean, the thing that I liked about it was, to me, and this is just where we come from because we live here, and it was made in England.
Yeah.
And these aren't Americans. These are, I think, British Jamaicans.
Ridiculous.
Wow, okay.
So they got this whole other perspective.
Yeah, man.
You know? And it's like, from what they told me, it's basically dance hall, but with a little hip hop.
Oh my.
Because they like Dilla. You know, Dilla did a remix on some of these stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to the Dilla. We got Dilla Day
shout
coming
out
up
to Dilla.
soon.
Yes.
Yeah. So, you know, that whole movement
man.
was I loved it because it was actually, and this is something I think I can say, it was a form of them making their own sound, but it was them spitting it out at us because we also had an influence. As I found out, Derek Jamerson, you know, who was a part of, you know, my little camp that we had. Derek Jamerson went over there. It's a long story how it happened.
Yeah.
But just without getting to the full-on story, he wound up in London, and he met Phil Asher and Digo and the whole crew.
Yeah.
And he started doing stuff with them, and, you know, my sound that we were doing had, you know, got up in there, which was great because once I got a chance to meet them and they let me hear what they got, and they started spitting that stuff back out.
Oh my God.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, man.
It was just ignorant. It was stupid. I was like, where and how?
Yeah, that's what I used to say.
What the fuck?
How did they make, I used to be like, how did they making this
Yeah, I
stuff?
still like, you know, my brother Phil.
Yeah, man.
You know, Phil was one of us. He was January 4th.
Okay.
You know, so was Afronaut.
Okay.
Shout out to Afronaut, you know, Warren. His name's Orrin Walters. He's another one, this brother, stupid talent. He goes by the name of Afronaut. You know, look him up. He got this. He got probably. I'm almost willing to bet
Maybe.
the track that I got
Bruh.
that I made. I mean that I played.
Yeah.
I'm almost willing to bet because I know you.
Yeah,
and
man.
I know certain sounds.
Yeah, it's a certain
and I know
sound.
how Oren goes. Oren and Digo and Kaidi Tatum. He goes by Agent K.
Oh,
Those brothers
might.
and you know, just like, as a matter of fact, just like, Willem, the guy who we had earlier.
Yeah.
Willem makes Broken Beat. Willem is working with Digo direct, but at the end of the day, you know that, you know the energy.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, but that stuff back then, I don't know how they did it. I'm sorry.
Well, this is what I found out. It was, man, he got to forgive me.
They were
I
weird,
can't
too.
remember his name. It was my brother. He was one of the original guys who created the Broken Beat. He's a drummer.
Okay.
And that's how it happened.
Oh.
You take drumming and you quantize it.
But
You do a little stumble hits and all that, and then you quantize that
they
bitch
were
and,
just-
and then you slide it and you you give it the I don't know why I'm tripping right now, but you slide it a little bit so it has like the little funk skip, and you already know. Boom.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
Totally different. Yeah, bro. Totally different era.
Yeah, Juan Atkins. Yep. Shout out to brother Juan.
Shout out to
the
Juan.
man who created techno. Him and his whole crew.
Atkins, baby.
Yep, him and his whole crew. The Cybertron people.
Yeah, them joints there though.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, those, that whole era was, you're looking at the 80s, and basically, at the same time Cybertron came out was the same time Charivari came out.
Okay.
Song.
Okay.
Which is the same time Flamethrowers. It was a bunch of stuff. Yeah, you might want to sing. It was a bunch of music that was being made. Yeah, it was a bunch of music that was being made here.
Yeah.
During that era.
Yeah.
So basically, you're looking at a person who just persevered through all of that because he
Oh, yeah.
eventually became, part of our scene. But his music persevered through all of that and became a staple because, and this is me talking. The simplicity of his stuff. We were on Star Wars, Gary Newman, Parliament Mothership Connection. We was already on some future shit.
Right.
Newman made
Cars.
Here's my car. Yep. So when you think, not cars, but
Not
cars.
cars.
Here in my car. Cars. But yeah, it's just when you look at the whole future editing of all of that stuff, you're looking at something that was put into a standard situation. He made that, and once that happened, he was one of the, him and his crew. 'Cause I got to quit saying him because righteously speaking, it's him and his crew, Cybertron. They were the voice of the young Detroit, like Parliament. Parliament was the voice of Detroit. Juan was a sound that was part of the young Detroit. And, basically that young Detroit sound, as it persevered.
Yeah.
Hey, techno.
In my house was the. He was the more.
I heard it one day at the tech.
Know what I need? Know what I want?
Yeah. Yeah. My house.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know what I need? No.
now, going into with all that knowledge and all that experience, as you started doing your own thing, what was it that made you start making the music? And tell us about your journey into becoming who you are. The record making, some of the record deals. Learning and projecting, and how many. Nowadays you got so much stuff going on.
You know what? I'm gonna be honest. Nothing. When I say nothing, wasn't nothing happening. Nothing was happening. No, I wasn't doing nothing. I ain't gonna even lie.
Yeah, y'all see it on film. Just look on all those little social medias of his. He throws those little clips,
but
dancing, beats, all that.
I would gig Malik. I would gig with Malik a lot, but I didn't know about
Malik Austin. By the way,
Malik,
we will
big
be
shout, Malik
interviewing
Austin.
him. Malik and his wife,
Malik-
Padria, and maybe his band. Who knows?
Malik was the one that started getting me out gigging.
Okay.
Cause I didn't know what that was. He was like, man, you want to gig? And he was like, this your part. And I'm like, part? Okay. So Malik is good at assigning parts in bands.
Okay.
So he was like, man, you want to come gig with me? And he got me on I think it was some compilation he got me on. He came and paid me. So Malik would always show me different things. And, he taught me a lot of things as I was growing up too.
Okay.
Very educational brother, man. He's really brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a great writer, man. I think he needs to get more credit than what he's getting, because a lot of things that I hear him do next door, I'm like, man, why don't you put that out?
Too personal.
I'm like, man, put that out. But Malik is a brilliant cat like yourself.
He's a genius, no doubt.
And I wasn't doing anything, man. I was dancing.
That's what geniuses say. You know that, right?
And I, a lot of people, they make up stuff. But I was gigging with Malik and basically, just trying to live, man, and just working on my stuff. What really got me serious, one day, I was gigging with Malik at Oslo's.
Okay.
Totally forgot because I was on the label with Cedric them back in the day. Cedric put out...
Which is how we met.
Yeah, which is how we met.
That was a Cedric party.
Cedric, well, we ain't gonna do the label no more, and we're gonna let it be that. So I'm like, okay, but Cedric treated me right though.
Cedric's cool breeze.
Oh yeah, Cedric, yeah.
Shout out to Cedric
Big shout.
McDougal.
Nouveau Reese.
Yeah, Henry Ford High.
Cedric,
Mr. Cool Breeze house.
Cedric helped me get real sociable. So one day, Malik said, hey, man, you want to gig with me at Oslo's? I'm like, yeah, man, this would change everything. So after we finished, my man come up to me and like, man, what's going on? I'm like, what's up, man? And Kai. Put out that piano, man. So he was coming over. Kai just started coming over. Nothing wasn't going on. I wasn't doing anything, bro. And this is why, he's brilliant like you. But where Kai is brilliant in a different way, he separates, like you, he separates the music from the relationship like you do. Okay. He's like you, Kai was sitting down with me. He came over for 2 years, it's not gonna work. Yeah. No, it's not happening.
He was refining the sound.
He would tell me too, no. And I think before he left out that second year, he had his head down. I played one more song. He looked up. He gave me that. Look, I ain't never seen him look serious. Mike, he like this, look.
Hey, man. Hey.
He like, now that is what I'm looking for. And he put it out, and it's like Kai has, man, he's really like you. He a lot of people, man, I said, yeah, man, of course. Of course I get Kai the credit, bro. Wasn't doing nothing. I ain't gonna make stuff up. You was doing something. Oh, really? But no, wasn't nothing happening, bro. He came and resurrected what I wasn't doing anything, bro. It's like there are some people, man, out here, man, that they can just pump life into you, bro. I don't care how strong you are. I don't care who. Talent don't matter, bro. He actually took it to another level that I would have never saw.
Okay.
And I wasn't thinking nothing about it until he really put it. Because all these gigs and stuff, man, everything was through him, bro. So I wasn't really nothing happening. You know, hey man, correct. You know, we people.
Now you helped me with some remixes, the Stevie Wonder and the Kim remixes.
I mean, when you and me always been, and you always done.
Yeah.
But this is somebody from another
other situation.
whole nother situation.
Right.
You know, I didn't know him like that. And he's like, man, what's up with that piano man? And I'm like, piano man, I forgot. But
I gotta communicate to get to know.
Yeah, but he actually helped me like you and helped me with a lot of things, man. I tell everybody, Kaz, he like you, man. He's a cool cat. You know, he's a cool dude, but I'm gonna tell you one story.
Shout out, this brother got his own glass.
Much respect, Kai. Kai came over to the house one day, so he was at the door, you know. So I'm like, man, come on in. He came on in. So he's sitting there. I'm like, what's up, man? So he just sitting in the chair. I'm like, hey, Kai, somebody might want to use some music. He was like, okay, man. What they want to use? So I'm like, so I'm like, they want to use something off the EP. Smash, you crazy? No, they can't use that, man. Call them. No. I'm like, bro, it scared me. Tell him no.
He spoke quite clearly.
Bro, he was
on
like,
that.
I'm like, I needed the money. He said, give him the money back and tell him no. Bro, I had to call him. I was like, please tell me you want to use another track. I'm like, man, you can't use it. Guy sitting right there, like looking at me like this. So these guys, like Amp, it was always personal, you know, and they became good friends. Like Amp used to come over every day.
Yeah, what was it like working with Aunt Fiddler?
It was fun. Amp, it was fun. I would call Amp, you know, Amp call you, he said his name. Amp. I'd be like, man, Javonntte, Amp. I'd be like, man, why do you always say your name when you call me? He called me Javonntte, Amp. Like he say who he is. What's up, man, Amp?
Amp, what's up, man?
And you hear that, Amp. What you doing? So he come get me every day. And one situation, I was like, man, you know, you gonna pay me to do the gig? He said, yeah, come on. So I got in the car, we driving. I'm like, man, I need to go get something to eat. He's like, I'll get you something to eat. We riding like Starsky and Hutch. He would come over every day. So he got mad at me one day. I'm like, man, I need my money. So I'm gonna pay you. I'm like,
He's about to backhand
you gonna backhand me? And we just bust out laughing. That's how much he would come over, bro, like, and sit on my porch. What you doing? I'm like, you ain't nothing happening. Just get in the car. You ain't doing nothing. Like, he already knew.
You talking about a super bad keyboardist singer
God.
with another super bad keyboardist. This is like,
Yeah.
you know, like fly on the wall type shit.
Oh, man. Amp is but I'm going to tell you, Amp is bad. And what's his name? Gerald Mitchell?
Yeah, I was gonna say, tell me. I walked in a couple times over at Gerald's house and saw him, so I knew there was like some lingering magic dust around there somewhere. Tell us about that, sir.
Gerald is out of his mind, bro. Like, Gerald is like he's on another planet.
Yeah, that church got that boy.
He showed me the 2-note. Like just stay right there, bro. It works every show I do.
Oh yeah, that where he had that one note stays here. While you moving the other one,
he showed
me that one too,
bro.
It's like you stay right here.
Yeah, he got that down. I do that everywhere I go.
Phases.
Yeah, he definitely.
I got to go over that again with you, man.
Oh,
I got to learn that. I saw it and I grasped it, but I didn't really get it. So dude,
he can definitely.
It's like blending the record. You know, you got the beat staying there, but you're doing a transition. And the transition is going, but the shit is still in unison.
But you know, Mike Banks, I seen Mike Banks. It was at CBS one night. He was like, hey man, Kai said call him. And you come over tomorrow, man, I'm gonna show you something. Listen up.
Hey,
Listen up.
hey,
So
hey.
when I got there, he started playing these chords. I'm gonna show you some chords. You play attention, you learn these chords, you do some things with them, okay? I'm like,
So,
okay.
man, spit those back at me. And
Man,
get
he
at
started playing them chords, bro. I'm like, man, what chords are those, bro? He showed me some
bank chord.
some yeah, the chords he
Mike
do.
Bank
Bro, I
chord.
use them chords in every song. Like literally, and he'll call me, hey man, how my chords doing? You every song. How many songs? I use them about 20. He's like, man, I'm gonna get some residuals. You starting 10%, but
Don't come by there, man. I want you to,
yeah,
pay
but
me.
him and Gerald Mitchell and Amp, just incredible.
That's nice.
Like, and I'm always a fan of them guys too. Incredible musicians, man. Like
Legendary musicians.
legendary
I mean,
musicians.
period. By world standards, we talking Los Hermanos,
Oh,
we
my
talking
God.
Amp Fittler,
Man.
we talking Mike Banks.
Oh.
Everybody look them up if you don't know who they are, and if you don't, that must mean you're not
Ridiculous,
part
bro.
of the
Oh.
game at all. Because all three of them, they hold true rank.
Yeah, bro.
He didn't know how powerful his songs was in the regular clubs as
Yeah.
hit songs.
Definitely, man.
Oh yeah.
Gerald Mitchell. I said, man, you don't get it.
Yeah.
When your song comes on, I get to chant and the girls get to opening their shirts.
Yeah.
I said, you don't get it. That was the anthems.
That nervous system is just insane.
Man.
Yeah, I mean, the thing, like, G Mitchell, shout out to my brother. He has so much stuff in him that it just reeks off of him. He go to church every Sunday, bang that out. And then, he goes, he's part of Mike Banks' band before we even started all this shit. Because I met him, just like Paul Randolph, I met him through my brother Kalanji.
Yeah.
Because they were all in that band together.
Yeah,
And this was years before we even started doing the whole techno thing. So it's just a trip that I just looked at them as rock and roll cats. And then years later, me and Paul, I remember at the Lofts, I had Paul Randolph and Amp because we was working together at one point. And we was making a bunch of tracks. I swear to God, dude, I can't make this up. I remember playing him all this broken beat stuff. And I was like, hey, Paul, man, this is the kind of shit, check this stuff out, man. I'd love to hear y'all make some stuff like this.
Yeah.
Man, tell me, at some point, Paul ended up redoing the whole, what's they in that group from Germany?
Oh yeah.
No. It was they do like broken beat. It was a singer, Claire Hill, and I can't think of his name. It's the tip of my tongue. Daniel Best is his group. But regardless, Paul redid all their tracks.
Oh, my God.
All over. Put them all over. And then No, it wasn't Art of Noise. Like I said, it was a broken beat group.
Ridiculous, man.
Out of Germany. Like I
Yeah.
said, it's just at the tip of my tongue. I just can't get it out of my head. But bottom line, I was so tripped out to see Paul not only got in the game, but end up taking over a whole group and redoing their stuff and spitting it back out.
Yeah.
I was just like this.
Oh yeah. I mean, I wish I could have.
Put me down, brother.
I wish I could have been at the beginning because Gerald, he asked me one day. He said, "Man, you show me some of them jazz riffs." I'm like, "Man, it's hard. It's hard to show them to you, bro, because every time I play them, I always think about." That's part of my aura now. It'll never leave me. You don't understand, Gerald. He just looked at me. I'm like, bro, it's a spiritual thing, man. It's hard. It's hard to explain it. You know what I mean? I'm like, you were fortunate because you didn't have nobody overseeing you like that.
You was taught by Miles.
Yeah, and you know what I'm saying? You hear. You look like you got an attitude today. Look, Mike.
You gonna learn, boy?
Then he say, that's all I would hear, bro. It would drive me crazy. Cause he's sitting next to you, he like, that's it.
See, we didn't even know Miles was even teaching in Michigan, and he got. Like I said, these stories, man, these are such great stories.
Oh yeah, Miles taught a bass player, Sam Sanders' son. he taught another guy here. He taught two brothers, Seth and Kareem, but they weren't on the scene. They
Okay.
did Luther Vandross, Never Too Much.
Okay.
But they lived near here.
Okay.
But they weren't. They studied under him too.
Okay.
But they weren't on the scene.
Yeah, they weren't part of this
No.
platform.
And I had to go through Mr. Sanders to even, learn from him.
Oh, that's cool. So, so your first records came out through Kai, right?
Yeah, first major one, yep.
Okay. And then after your sound started blowing up, which was obvious gonna happen.
Man.
How did it build up? Because you did stuff with Defected. You worked with so many different groups and different people. How was it as you went from the early humble beginnings to, man, I can't stop, man. These cats he's coming at me. I can't stop working.
They did me differently than probably they would do anybody else here.
Okay.
And this is how I know labels are very smart. And I would tell anybody, don't think that you're smarter than labels. Never. Don't think that you're that good either.
Noted.
Don't think that you're that good. Because, brother, after I worked with Kai, Luke Solomon got in touch with me. So he said, I want you to hear some references. And
Shout out to Luke Solomon.
So Luke sent me some stuff, and I was like, oh, my God. The reference, they send you references. So,
Yeah, that's what we do.
So they sent me some stuff. I'm like, I can't do that. I can't do that.
Can you do something like this?
So he told me, yeah, he sent me a loop. He sent it.
Okay.
I'm gonna send you a loop. I'll put some parts on it, and it went over because it was a remix for that song. What's that? It's the famous house song with that guy saying the poetry. Can you dance to my beat?
Or can you dance to my beat?
Yeah, and I was like,
oh yeah, that remix. You did do that. Yeah, I remember that now.
And when he had
Blaze, that was a Blaze track.
Yeah, it was a Blaze
Shout
track.
out to Kevin Hedge and Josh Milan.
And it wasn't. He didn't accept me doing it by myself. He was like, well, I'll send you a loop. I'm like, oh, okay. And I played on it. I sent it back. He said, no, I don't like this. Try something else. These labels, for some reason with me, they would walk through the steps with me. That was the difference. I never did anything on my own. Especially it was a label out of Germany. Huge label, man. And I ain't gonna lie, I wanted to do something for the label, right? And they would reject you on purpose. So the guy was like, man, So he said, yeah, send me some stuff, man. I said, okay. So he called me back. He said, no, I'm just unacceptable. So I'm on the other end of the phone.
Yeah, you know how the Germans are.
Yeah, he was
They're
like.
very frank.
So he was like, I'm not saying you can't do it. I'm like, yes, you are. He said, I'm not saying you're not capable. I'm like, man, I'm feeling really insulted. He was like, well, maybe next time. I'm like, hold on. He said, we got to an argument. He was like, I'll give you 3 days. Man, he made me so mad. It's like a vibe.
You will get my angry
He
vibe
pissed
now.
me off so bad. I
Created
stayed.
fuck you house, right?
No, I stayed in there, and when I called him, he said, I think you got it right now. He didn't even hear the track. That's what made me scared. He said, I think you probably got it right. I had it right when I sent it to him. He said, I'll take it.
It was a certain attitude he wanted.
Yeah, it's a certain attitude. And every label I've dealt with, they didn't do me like, they be like, no, this is not gonna work, Brian. They call me by my name. Brian, it's not gonna work. I don't get like what Malik gets. Sure. I don't ever get that from these labels, bro. They don't talk to me like that. He be like, Brian, this is no. And I'm like, here we go again. You got pissed me off. Guy said, man, hey, if you piss him off, he'll do right. Make him mad, man. Hey, make him mad. Tell him, no, this is unacceptable. They know me.
Kyle be your manager.
Every label does. Yeah, they wouldn't do it to nobody but me, cause somebody here said, damn, they have to piss him off. Cause I ain't gonna tell you who it is. And it's a famous DJ. He said, they don't do that to nobody but him. But once they do it, I'll lock in. And it caused some good friendships. But some of these other guys, man, some of them wanted me to sing on their stuff. This guy named Cressy. Bro, he blew my mind.
Okay.
He said, I just want to sing it. I don't want the music. I was like, I got quiet. We got quiet on the phone. I don't want your music. I just want the singing. I got mad.
That's perfect, though.
I got pissed off. He's like, do you understand? I'm like, yeah. So he said he called me because we talked by phone. She said, I don't want the music, I just want the vocal, I just want you to sing. I'm like, I got pissed off. So by the time I sent him the vocal mic, and he put the instrumental on it and he sent it back, boy, it blew my wig back. Wow. Man, there's some guys out here, bro. It's some house producers out here, man. I tell everybody this. I've gotten the chance to meet them. It's some boys out here, man. If you just be humble. Cause some of them, like Turbo Jazz, incredible.
It's amazing,
bro. They remixed me. Okay, then we're going to remix you. And bro, when they remixed me, and then he sent it back, and they know that they know that they dope, cause they sent it back. So, sir, how do you like the remix? I'm like, damn. Bro, it's some people out here like Turbo Jazz and a few of these other cats. We're dangerous.
Yeah, any names you want to shout out from that?
Oh, Turbo Jazz, Cresty, oh my God. It's what's this boy name? Stefan Ringer from Atlanta. Oh man, it's a few of them, man, that I've gotten a chance to work with. Your boy, Frank Situation.
Okay, yeah, situationism.
Yeah, it's a few of them that I've Jesus was Jesus Gonzalez. Is it Yusuf what's his name? Gonzalez. He bad.
Yeah, Gonzalez is shit.
Ooh, man, but those cats, man, they're not, man, their creativity is phenomenal.
Load of me.
Oh man, yeah, bro.
What do you got coming out in the future?
I got a project coming out with I think Luke Solomon again. I got another project. They had me do a remix. What is this girl name? I can't remember all these people, man. It's about 4 or 5.
So many.
It's about 4 or 5. I forget. They know I forget too. Spotlight did a record for my man in Spotlight.
Okay.
Vocals on one of them.
Take classes from her. How did she turn out?
Kiko turned out pretty good. Yeah, Kiko, she turned out real good.
Okay.
Yeah. But I got a lot of other projects coming out.
Kiko, yeah, she's from Japan.
Yeah, they'll call me and be like, you don't even remember me, do you? I know you don't. Yeah, but a lot of them.
Mr. Garrett?
Yeah, I'm going to hook you up with a lot of these people too, man.
Oh, man, I appreciate it, man.
Oh,
This brother's been throwing remixes at me and tracks, and
man.
he helped me to get me into working order, and I can't thank him enough.
Hey, we gotta thank Uncle Kato, cause that's who opened that door. And Kai got some hot stuff too, man.
Yeah, he on defensive
his
and
catalog,
doing all
man.
kind
I
of
was like,
stuff.
whoa.
Yeah, he hit a zone.
Yeah, some hot stuff. I'm like, Uncle Kai got some hot stuff. He's like, yeah, man, ain't about nothing. I be like, man, I call him on the phone. Kai, this hot. He be like, oh, yeah, I did it a long time ago. Yeah, man, what you doing? He's very creative like you, Mike. Very creative, bro.
Just be making stuff.
Yeah.
I thank you so much for that, man.
Oh, man, it's an honor.
So yeah, we got another part where, as you know, we have equipment.
Oh.
We have gear.
You gonna jam with us, man? Jam?
We have a jam down situation. So now at this point, I like to unleash the beast. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and make this happen, Captain. So yeah, let's get our feet wet to the studios of Cherry Line. Shout out to Danielle and Brandon, aka Deeper Water.
Yes, sir.